view over the fields and plantations in the south of Mallorca is extensive and awakens a sense of infinity. At one point, the sea and the horizon are united as one, and if you sailed south, you would end up in Algeria. This region is named for the warm wind, the big horn that often carries a reddish sand from the Sahara to Mallorca. The name of the town Santiani dates back to a farmhouse from the time of the Arab rule and was quoted for the first time in the archives in the 13th century. The Christian conquerors called the city Sancti Agni, the Holy Lamb, but over the years the use of the Arabic name increased more and more. The fertile plain of the Alqueria Blanca is also Arabic in origin. However, this area has been populated long before the locals built taliots, or stone monuments, and small stone cottages. This is where the story of Santiani really began. Besides agriculture, an extensive trade in building stone developed. The Arabs built a famous palace with these stones, which later became the Almudena. The construction of Palma's cathedral took more than 5 centuries, a very long time, during which the master builders continually noted down the construction blocks that were supplied from the Santiani area. Also, the lonja in the dock of the old harbour in Palma came from the rocks of this area. The stones in Santiani are limestones, compact, fine-grained sedimentary rocks caused by the cementation of mineral grains extracted from quarries. One of them is the gravel pit of Puig de Consolación. Huge sides of hills have been sculpted into the landscape by generations of stonecutters, and they look like canyons created by man. The structure of the surrounding city of Santiani still appears clearly marked by the centuries that it was threatened by pirate attacks from the sea. At the peak of the danger between the 14th and 15th centuries, the place was built as a real city, with mighty walls, the remnants of which now only exist at the Porta Morada. The town is situated just 70 metres above sea level. Groundwater was always too salty, so the drinking water was gathered on rooftops, with channels that fed it through to tanks. In the middle of the town, there is a large covered cistern called the Salyuk, which has been painstakingly restored and is considered to be one of the most significant monuments of the town. The centre of the city's religious life is the parish church, dedicated to St. Andrew. The oldest part of the church is the Chapel of Rose, adorned with a shield with the year 1278. So it must have been built shortly after the conquest of King James I. The imposing nave of the church resembles a fortress and was consecrated in 1811. Not much has changed in Santiani. The 7,000 inhabitants that live around here are known as Santaners, and the municipality has attracted wealthy visitors from abroad. The council is amongst one of the largest in Mallorca, with an area of nearly 130 kilometres squared. Many young Santaners have left their place of birth to find alternative work, as agriculture is becoming less and less profitable and work as a stonecutter too laborious. Maria del Mar Bonet even sings a song about those who leave their village.
M'aniré de casa, me n'aniré del camp, ses oliveres grises endarrere quedaran. Me n'aniré de casa per el camí del vent. Potser trobaré tempesta, tal vegada molt mal temps. El meu amic en Pere i el meu germà més gran fa temps que se n'anaren i ja no tornaran. Si jo li dic a mo mare que també me'n vull anar, mo mare sempre plora i jo ja no puc plorar. Me n'aniré de casa per el camí del vent, potser trobaré tempesta, tal vegada molt mal temps. Me n'aniré de casa, me n'aniré del camp, ses oliveres grises endarrere quedaran.
On the Santiani Road to Alqueria Blanca, just before entering the town, you'll find the oratory of the Consolatio. This chapel was built in the 16th century to protect against pirate attacks in the municipality of Santiani in 1590. This is a quiet place, well worth a visit, even if only for its views, where it seems as if history has left no trace on the buildings or in the gardens. Here again we recognise the stonework surrounding the building. The tank of great beauty was carved from a single piece of stone, and a fountain invites the thirsty traveller to rest. The view from this point covers the entire west and south coast of Mallorca. Only the residential areas of Puerto Colom, Calador and Porto Petro disrupt the grand panorama. To the south, the island of Cabrera stands out on the horizon like a silver band.